Welcome back to another Thrive to 30 video. Today is one that I want to get more vulnerable and be more open about because I used to think one of the scariest things that I had to decide was, can I want more? Is more even available to me? And what is wrong with my life now if I want more? Can I admit to myself that not only do I deserve more, that what I currently have isn't enough, and that what I'm looking for is actually who I want to become? And it's not that you may be already in a bad situation or unhappy or ungrateful or even unfulfilled. It's realizing that what you want and what you desire is actually not ignoring what you currently have. It's about no longer settling for this life because there's more out there. So we need to stop wasting time and thinking about the what ifs and actually take action towards what we want and ignite that version of us that is asking, what if there's more out there? What if we can achieve? What if we can do more? Because not only do we create these lies within ourselves of what we used to believe in and who we wanted to be, but we also just started to think that fine or normal was okay and settling for it. And it's actually not okay. And fine is not the option for you. And there's a moment that you need to get to where you have to understand that you can be thankful for the life that you have, but also still dream and desire and want so much more. There's no need to hold yourself back. Let's talk about how we can overcome those fears of failure, judgment, and outgrowing things, and actually what more means and why it is part of this Thrive to 30 series. And the decisions that I'm making to start showing up for what I want, who I want to become, and who I want to be. So welcome back to Bountiful Blooming. My name is Bridget. I'm 27 years old. I'm a wife, a stepmom, and I am on my Thrive to 30 journey. This series is all about becoming my best self before I'm 30. I am giving myself 1,000 days to show up as my best self. This started in December 31st, 2025 and goes until my 30th birthday, September 26th, 2028. So we still have a few more years to go. We are building one day at a time. We're in the first section of the foundation of just kind of finding my stability of what I want, how I can achieve more, and the systems and routines that I want to set in place for chapter 2, which is all about implementing and starting that bigger and better of showing up and finding that stability, finding that groove and momentum of who I want to be. And a big part of that is understanding that it's okay to actually want more and desire more, and stop letting yourself thinking that life is just good enough for right now. It's time to really level up, see who you can be, and push yourself out of your comfort zone. So let's talk about the belief that people realistically always feel when wanting more. You get told to be more realistic, don't ask for too much, or be grateful for what you currently have. But honestly, it's not that you are giving up on this life that you have or not understanding who you want to become. It's just realistically the fact that you're not taking action is shrinking your goals because you're accepting the things that you currently have out of comfort or this desire to fit into the normal lifestyle. And it's not what you truly want. So I want to be honest with you guys. I postponed this community posting on YouTube, and I ignored hobbies and interests that interested me that may not be normal for people in my age group or who I am or where I live. And I would just tell myself, maybe one day I'll be able to do that, but right now it doesn't really align, or I have too much going on, or I need to figure out something else. And honestly, some time became years, months, and a whole nother chapter of life where I kind of missed out on living the life that I want. And I want to tell you that you don't have to be realistic. You can ask for whatever you want, and you can be grateful for who you are today and what you want to achieve, because there's different versions of who you are. And this is when being fine or living an okay life or a normal life is actually going to start overwhelming you. And knowing that okay isn't actually okay anymore, even if on paper it looks normal. When I started my journey, I had just gotten married, I had just graduated, I was in a great career that I'm still in, and I was just getting my footing in life. I was living the life that I thought was for me. But internally, I still felt lost, disconnected, and unfulfilled because I wasn't doing what felt right for me. And it wasn't from failing, it was actually just a lack of growth and achieving success, what it meant to me. And I just went through a whole video, not part of Thrive to 30, of success being personal to you and what you want and how you want to show up. And I had to understand that as much as I'm grateful for the life I had and that I was living, that I desired so much more, and that's okay. There's always a version of you that is going to want more, but also love being in the moment. And that's where we need to find that balance, and where everything needs to shift of, yes, I can be thankful for what I have, but still dream bigger. Wanting more doesn't need to mean that you are deserving less of your current life or that what you have is not enough. Again, I had my home was set in place, I had friendships, I had a career, I had just gotten married, we were going on our honeymoon, but I knew that I wanted this bigger joy, fulfillment, happiness, and bigger goals. And lately in my faith journey, I've realized that God doesn't give us these dreams to just dream about, wish, and hope and pray that one day it magically happens. He wants us to make them become a reality. He doesn't put something on us that we feel like we can't have. And we need to take a step back, that the dream isn't actually the problem. It's the guilt around the dream that is holding you back because you're afraid that it's not going to either fit in, you're not worth more, or that other people are going to see you go through the journey. And that's okay, because honestly, who cares? It may be unrealistic. You may not be around the people who understand that you want to achieve it all. You may be putting yourself in rooms where you need to be moving up the next one at the table. Are you the biggest and baddest at the table? Maybe surround yourself with people who are achieving more success, having more joy, pushing themselves out of their comfort zone, and don't shrink your circle because of how they see you. If you're doing what you want, you're following your passion and your purpose, the judgment does not matter because it's your life, who you are, and you're leveling yourself up one step at a time. And then failure, of course, we're all afraid to fail. What if it doesn't work out? What if you're not capable? Or what if you're not even worth it? Well, why not try? It's worth the risk of taking that step and taking that leap. And sometimes that means that you just need to outgrow things. We are evolving, we are changing. I'm not the same person that I was 3 years ago. And watch my 3-year anniversary of all the things that have changed my mindset, this community, and so much more over the last 3 years, because what is no longer serving you is old environments, settling, a circle of people who are closed-minded. All of these things are letting you miss out on what is next for you. And honestly, it may be time to just let it behind and ignore the noise and step into who you want to be. It's more about taking the risk and wanting that more and that desire and that happiness and that fulfillment, instead of being afraid of what I need to do, how I'm going to get there, and who's going to see it as I go there. So what does more actually mean to you? More is all about your personal success, achievements, and who you want to be. I think of it a lot of the times as fame, success, or becoming your best self, but honestly, it can be more personal than that. It can be about wanting peace, confidence, purpose, freedom, experiences in life, alignment, memories, growth. It actually is just whatever you want. And I created this version of myself who I want to become, who is my best self, living the life of my dreams, pushing myself out of my comfort zone every single day in every area of life with intention, happiness, and purpose. And that's what the more means to me. I created this version of myself in the Thrive to 30 of exactly the version of who I want to be. But now I need to know who that is and how I'm going to get there. So the decisions I'm choosing to make now is that I'm no longer minimizing my dreams. I'm going to go after my goals. Even if I don't feel ready or I don't have it figured out, that's okay. Wanting more is still available to me, and I can chase that dream and go through that journey and figure it out as I go, because I'm no longer settling for who I am today or the comfort of other people's opinions, thoughts, feelings. It does not matter. It's time for me to stop wasting time, take the risk, go through the journey, and really believe in myself. So I gave myself 1,000 days to do this by believing in myself, building the life of my dreams, balancing my day-to-day life so that I can bloom consistently to become that person. And that's what this community is here for. I want to help inspire you, support you, and hold you accountable as you decide on what it's going to mean for more and what that's going to look like for you. But creating your ideal life, being intentional, and following your passion and discovering your purpose is what more should mean. What that's going to look like is going to be different. We're all on our own journeys, on our unique path. But I need to know, have you ever admitted to yourself that you wanted more, that you needed more, and that you craved more, even if your life from the external looks amazing? Again, I had just gotten married, started my career, went to school, finished and graduated, but I knew that I couldn't settle for this okay life. There was more internally that I had to do. So it's never too late. Even at 25, even at 30, even at 50, you still have so much life to live that it's never too late. You can always dream bigger, and that you can be grateful for the life that you've had, but also not settle for less. So what is that more? How are you going to accept that more and take the action? Use this as a sign. I'm not someone who's like, you need to be handed a sign to start your future, start your journey. But if so, and you need a reason, this is where I'm giving you that permission for you to give yourself the next 1,000 days, or go along on this journey with me. Check out the other videos of Thrive to 30 of becoming confident, showing up as your best self, expanding your mindset, and doing so much more. It's not about the timeline. It's about me and you and our journeys. And this community is here for you to help you thrive and become that version of yourself. But I need to know what you've always wanted, how I can help you pursue it, and how you can take that first leap of faith of knowing that you can want more, but also take action and expand on it and do the things that you need to do because you believe in yourself, because you're ready to build it. You have found balance of every single version of life, every area of life, and you're ready to bloom daily. It's all about those little steps of wanting more, deciding, and taking action. And that is where this journey is going to let us evolve and change and grow, because we never want to settle for who we were a year ago, 6 years ago, 10 years ago now, and really constantly bloom, evolve, and change. We're humans. We're always evolving. We're always changing. Things are always coming in, and we are allowed to change. We are allowed to grow, and you're allowed to want more. So as always, this journey is about more than just me and my personal growth, but it's also letting you evolve into who you want to be. I hope that you can thrive with us as I turn 30 and you go on your 1,000-day journey of becoming your best self. It's okay, even if you feel like you are living an okay life. It's okay to want more. It's okay to want to become someone else, or just restart, reset, and realign. I'm here for every step of the way. Join this community, go on this journey, and check out all of my other videos that aren't just about Thrive to 30, but are about personal development, growth, mindset, and so much more. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.